Let's see if he's acting funny. What's the move, y'all? Where is everyone? I think it's a little early for everyone. Got one in the chat. How's it going?
You ready?
Oh. Four people in the chat. Be sure to smash that thumbs up, y'all. Smash the thumbs up. Drop a comment. 15 in the chat. What's everybody on today? I woke up, got the heat guys here to fix the AC unit this morning. Yo, Dieta Chris. How's it going, boss? Try to have a good day, man. It's ugly and raining here in PA. Nasty and wet, but nonetheless, it's getting warmer out. I can barely see my breath. That's a good sign. What about you, Indiana Chris? How's your day going? Got 6 in the chat. 2 thumbs up. What's up, everybody? 41. Party sunny here. Yeah, man. For up here in the northern states, it's going to be ugly for about 2 weeks straight, but I'm excited for it because I know what it's going to bring. I think we're down to like 31 days until trout opener. Hit the old Benjamin Franklin real quick. Indiana, Chris? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's legal. I mean, it's legal here because I have a med card, but yeah, it's legal. Before you know it, it'll be legal everywhere. Like recreational. With the way everything's been going lately, it's taking care of too much stuff for the government, fixing roads and making new buildings, and it's paying for a lot of stuff, and that's the reason why government is all the way in and don't care to have their feet wet in it right now. Oh, I know, Indiana, Chris. I know. that's why I don't. That's why I don't live in Indianapolis no more, man. It's they'd prefer you to sit up there and do hardcore drugs. They would. They'll let you go with some hardcore drugs. They catch you with some marijuana, you're going to jail. Makes no sense. Gotta love Indiana. Hi from Ethiopia. Howdy. I'm guessing it's probably nighttime there for you, isn't it? We're close to Michigan. It's recreational there. Yeah, yeah. Michigan is a good place to be. Hi, where are you from? Night Silence. I am from good old Pennsylvania. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana originally, but I live in Pennsylvania. She said, "Yep, it's nighttime there. You know, it's daytime here, but outside it looks nasty. It's raining. Gonna have rain for probably the next 2 weeks. March showers brings May flowers, though. April is supposed to be the rainy month for my home state, but it seems like March is here. One of my Hello to Jocelyn, everyone. She's waving. Say hello. Oh, your hair. Jesus, mamas. You're getting it everywhere. Jeez. Bedhead. And the Chris said, "Hi, sweetie." What's up, Eric B? How's it going, man? Thanks for coming in. Her and her pointer finger. This is what she will do all day. She loves pointing. You love pointing? Mm-hmm. She's my little love bug. My little cuddle bug. How's your guys' day going, Eric? She's like, no, I want my hand to be free. She will sit here like this all day if I let her.
Hey, you good for a second, though? I gotta make a quick phone call. Yeah, you're good. To a guy on the site. I'll be right out. Oh, you're good, boss. All right.
working now, huh?
Let's see here. It's weird. It's got multiple things going on.
Yeah, I kind of figured whenever it started sparking and electricity and stuff, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
My wife was like, are you sure that's what you're hearing? And then all of a sudden she heard it. And she's like, okay, turn it off. And then when we told the guy that it was doing that, he sat here for probably 20 minutes trying to just listen to it and see if it would do it again. And it wouldn't do it. 3 in the chat, 3 likes. I appreciate you guys for sticking around and chatting it out with me. I got little ones, so I'll be dealing with them periodically, but I appreciate you guys, seriously. Cheers if you guys are drinking some coffee. Eric B, I don't know if I'm following you yet, man, or not. Comment on one of my shorts or one of my videos, and I'll be sure to come check out your page. I did a short from one of my lives. I think it was yesterday, and that thing got up to 1,400 views. It's like one of my most viewed shorts. That's awesome. Yeah, man. And it was weird because YouTube suggested that I make the video, and it took like a clip out of my live and was like, hey, you should make this a short. And I watched it, and it's about me talking about a husky bait for bass. And yeah, that thing kind of shot up there in views, man. Be back. I have dogs outside. Awesome, Indiana Chris. 4 people in the chat. If you're just coming in, smash the thumbs up. Smash the thumbs up. Come hang out. Chat it up. Talk about fishing. Talk about just about anything. Honestly, it's just the talking. Fuck. Call that the top of the marinade.
I'm gonna be at Ligonier. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I gotta go back up into Ligonier and take care of that stuff. That Mike and I threw in the headers on Monday. Those big ass LVLs. So yeah, I just gotta go. I'm gonna go get some zip wall and stuff like that and take care of a bunch of stuff out there today. I was already there. The data guys didn't show up. You know how they are, the prima donnas. What am I gonna do?
Am I the only one that freaks out when snot gets like dribbling out of their nose? I lose my mind. I start shaking and freaking out because it's the weirdest feeling.
Are you serious? The library's a Rachel? I want to go there. I guess that's why Mike wanted to go there because he told me he's like, oh, it's a washout over at North Hills. So he's like, he's like the pool is canceled. I'm like, well, I could have told you that. It's raining all day.
I'm getting them on my.
Really? Yeah. Well, that's the problem that we have. Ever since they already signed a contract to do the roof, I'm like, dude, I would have done the roof. You know. No, he didn't. I didn't even get to give him a price. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. That side job that we have, I think I'm just gonna get wedged so we can bring the concrete saw and stuff like that. We'll make a couple relief cuts, bust out that concrete. You know what I'm saying? I'll just have him for a half a day so we can bring the concrete saw. I'll tell him to bring a spray or two. Okay, you and I, it's either you and him or
I'm
Wedge and
back
I
over
will
here,
cut
guys.
it out.
Sorry about that.
You know, it's either you or I cut and he sprays. They got either or, and the other guy's gonna have to frame it in.
What's everybody doing? What's
there
everybody
this
going
weekend.
on today? What's the move?
Taryn will be there next weekend, which it doesn't matter. So I don't know, unless you got somebody else to do some stuff. But I trust Taryn though. I'll wait for him. I mean, he doesn't. Only thing he needs to do is fish wire back behind the drywall because everything's getting drop ceiling, so it don't matter. Yeah, I just trust Taryn a lot better. We'll do that. But yeah, I mean, as long as we do that. I don't know. I'm just a little sketched out for this, for putting that OSB on and stuff like that. I think we'll go 5/8. But I'll get all loaded and stuff.
Had to cool her off, leave the door open a little bit. Air is not working at the moment, so it's getting a little warm inside.
But I think that should be it, brother.
Got one in the chat. Two in the chat. What's the move?
Yeah, the big man's on the case. Don't you worry about it. All right, sounds good.
If you're new to the chat, drop a comment. What's up?
Yeah, you're funny.
See, there's two in here. It's probably Eric and Indiana. I'm assuming.
I can't believe that. He's like, oh yeah, that bit's not good. I'm like, dude, you can still use that bit. Like, it's a masonry bit. Like, you can probably. And he's like, no, just throw it away. And then he can be like, oh man, I used that drill bit and used all the tools. I'm like, dude. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I just want to get in. I just want to get in there and get out. Really, honestly.
Waiting to see
Dude,
some
if we have
people
to do
come in
drop
here.
ceiling, we will do the drop ceiling. I just don't.
See, there's two in the chat.
No.
One.
No, your hips aren't as
Uno.
So. No, I'm not. If it was LVT, I'd say let's do it, but it's Target. I'm not doing that.
Back. What's up, Andy? What's up?
Oh, all right, brother. I'll let you go. You have fun today. You might see Mike over there today or tomorrow. So, yeah, because he doesn't have anything to do with his job.
I'm not clicking on it.
Yeah, he's gonna come in there and tell you what to do, and then to get smoked 20 cigarettes outside.
Tina's in the house. What's up, Tina?
All right, sounds good, brother. You have a good day. All right,
That's something in the background. How's you guys' day going?
You're good.
What's everybody on? What's the party doing today? As you guys seen in the thumbnail, woke up a little earlier today to get this heating unit together. Can you guys still hear me even though the music's playing? Can somebody let me know down here? And be sure to smash this like button over here, this heart reaction button. And double tap the screen if you haven't already. We can hear you. Thanks, Tina. Tina, I'm about to actually, Chad's in the house too. What's up, Chad? Here, I'm gonna add you as a moderator. A managing moderator. You guys got no thumbnail. That's weird. Did anybody else not get a thumbnail?
Do you need me to take the door out or anything, brother? You don't think so? You'll be alright? Yeah, I'm gonna run back to my job.
Alright, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I gotta figure out
Okay. That sounds good. Alright. You have a good one, big guy. That's not, I know it's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if it's not.
So you gotta eat on the end, man.
How much creamer is too much creamer to y'all? I use about maybe 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons.
Anything happens, just let me know. I'm not gonna, or, let anybody know. We'll figure something out. But thank you. All right, brother. I gotta go to my job and I'm looking here. So I'll catch you later. You have a good day.
Good fishing spots down there. You too, man.
That's it. Appreciate it.
Some great fishing spots down there. I'm looking here. There's actually a stretch of a creek that I could actually go fish right now. So catch and release only. Artificial lures only. Actually thought about doing it with my buddy. Got a few in the chat. Making up another cup of gel here. So what would you guys like to see? The couple that are in here. Got you a fish on Terry jigs. Not yet, man. Chad, I can't do no fishing here in Pete. I can. There's some artificial lures, catch and release only. If I'm not mistaken, they also have to be barbless, which means there's no barb in your hook. A lot of rules and regulations here in Pennsylvania when it comes to fishing. However, on April 4th, it's fair game. And I can use live bait, hooks with barbs, all that. So, but do I plan on catching some fish with Terry's jigs? Yes. However, I will say, they're down in the car right now. But I will say they're gonna be tough. They're not gonna be the easiest jigs to get trout to bite by themselves. So I may have to tip the jig with something like a piece of worm or something of that nature to get a trout to strike. Let's change that. 4 people in the chat. Chad. Duda, what's up, man? Thanks for joining in, man. Getting a good little crowd in here. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's hope this is non-copywriting music here. Can you guys still hear me just fine? Ever watch Extreme Philly Fishing? Indiana Chris? No, but I will definitely look that up. Extreme Philly Fishing. That's something you can't really forget. Is anybody else like this? Anybody else that terror until they get their cup of joe? Tina said, I used to be that way. Yeah, it's hard not to be anymore, guys. I mean, usually when I first wake up, my daughter, first thing I get to do is get her cup of joe for the day, which is her bottle. Tina, would you like to see my daughter? I think I showed her a little bit ago, but I don't think you were in here. Oh. Well, she is knocked out, guys. This is what I'll do. I'll show you guys what her sleeping. She is knocked out right now. So. Yeah, I didn't get to bed last night until 3. My son was up late because he gets a feed at midnight. And he don't get done until about 1:30. So we got to hang around until he passes out. Once they're asleep, I get to get me a little bit of shut-eye, roughly around 3 o'clock. And then I turn around at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, get right back up with her. And normally I'm up from there. Tina said still very little. Yes, she is. However, she has seemed to grow like a weed. My little girl is getting big fast. Dude, I said niece. Is that nice? Did you say nice or niece? Five in the chat. If you guys haven't already, be sure to smash the like button, man. I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. You guys are awesome. Not only that, shout out to Tina. Big time. If y'all ain't checked out her, go check her out. She's always over on Catfish's page, spreading the love. Three in the chat. So is Tina the only one that said that there was no thumbnail? Did you guys get a thumbnail with my live stream today, or how did it pop up for you guys? Everybody loves Tina. Tina's awesome, man. You know, I think there's only a few people out here I've ever seen very loyal, comes in, checks out a page, stays up on top of like trolls, keeps them away, and just shares love and peace. And I appreciate that. You know, that was my goal when I met Catfish. When I first came into Catfish's live, he was talking about quitting. I got nudged twice. The first time was on 99 seconds. I don't. Huh. That's wild. That's wild. Are you subscribed, Tina? Make sure you go check and see if you're subscribed, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That might have been the issue. Oh, you got the notification bell. Okay. The reason that might have been is also, it was just me like this, looking grumpy, and then Chat GBT, man, it is pretty crazy what they do. Because I got woke up this morning. You know, it ain't these guys' fault. So that's working on the unit, the air unit. But next door, the facility that owns this place that we rent from, they know my kids. They know me personally. They know what we have gone through. They know when they go to bed. They know when I get up. And they were here at 7 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock this morning, knocking on the door. So I was just like, well, I'm for sure up completely. There will be no nap for Pop today. But I'm immune to it by now, man. You get immune to it. And not only that, spring's right around the corner. And I think this is just my little ones getting me ready for the springtime, because fishing's almost here and Dad's going to be spending a lot of time on the water. It was set to personalize. Right on, Tina. That, and also it may have been because I had started my live and nothing was popping up. Like, I get this like little bar over here of like a mic, flip my camera. I can add like a photo to put behind me as a background, you know, stuff like that. None of it was popping up. So I was like, okay, what's going on? Nobody was jumping in. I had been streaming for like 2 minutes. Usually somebody jumps in. So I was like, okay, I'm going to restart. And I restarted it, and I think that may have been the issue. That might be the reason why we haven't got very, very many people in here. Carver, how's it going, brother? Top of the morning to you. Got a few good people in here, thanks to you and your pop. You getting to cutting them meats, man. I know you're probably ready to go. You've been there all night. Thanks for coming in, man. Maybe send the link over to your pop, man. Come holler at us. I'm just doing a little talk this morning to getting the heat and air going. Heck, and if we get a good amount of people in here and people want to start seeing some baits or something like that, I'll go down and grab my tackle box. That's where Catfish's jigs are as well. I got everything already ready to go. Just cleaning out the tackle the last couple of days. Yeah, I hear you, son. You're waking up, huh? My mini-me is getting up. 1 second, guys. Come on, Bubba. Good morning. Say hi to everybody. Everyone, this is Alakai. This is my third son. Say hi. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say hello. You know, he definitely passed that. Look at them hands where he was sleeping. Yes, he is very shy. What are you doing, Bubble? He just opened his eyeballs too, so he's very asleep still. That, and he's noticed there's people in his apartment. He's like, who was this? Say hi. Say hello to everyone. There you go. Say hi. Alright, let's get you some snacks. That's it. It is 10:50. Pretty early for him. Tina said you don't look old enough to have kids. I have 4. 29. About to be 30 this year. Am I proud of it? Kinda. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of learning experiences throughout my young years. He said he threw up his signs. He does sign. They watch a lot of Miss Rachel, and Miss Rachel is always doing this, saying more. He does that. He does a lot of little things that Miss Rachel does, and here recently he's starting to count. Um, for a while we were having issues with anything, so he's actually in early intervention where it kind of they help him with his learning development and stuff, help him with speaking and all that. However, um, I think he's just going to be a little bit slower on developing. Others grow slower than others. And she said your daughter did it too. Yeah, they both do the little hand waving for some reason. They always have. 4 in the chat. I appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out for a little bit. 37 minutes. Yeah, man. What would you guys like to see today, man? Like I said, I can go grab the tackle box. We can sit here and show off some baits, some different type of jerk baits and swim baits and soft plastics, and we can show off a lot of that if you guys like hanging out for a while. Alakai, snacks. Here you go. Some chores I need to do, but I'll leave it try. I appreciate you, Tina. Or Indiana Jones. I read that wrong. I called you Indiana Jones. Indiana Chris. Jesus. 6 in the chat. If you guys are just coming in, smash the hearts. Double tap that screen. Double tap the screen, everybody. I know, you're like, why is your trampoline right there? He's so confused. No, leave it alone. Hey, Alakai. Not right now. You ready to get on his trampoline? I appreciate it, Tina. That's awesome. It's different having somebody else in here doing that. That's pretty cool. Coming in, hanging in the chat. It's like, hey, be sure to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I'm so used to saying it myself. I think me and you're like the main ones that say that over there on Catfish and Carver's page. I'm glad to see that Carver stopped in and said hello. That was pretty cool. He's still asleep. The little man's still knocked. He's awake. His eyes are open, but 40 minutes. Yeah, we're getting that heat working. You can feel it. You can definitely feel it. Yeah, he jumped in and said what's up, that he was at work. appreciate that, honestly. Took some time out of his day, and there's Eric. Okay, Eric, I got you now, man. Definitely come check out your page and sub and stuff. Alakai, what you doing? What you doing? Careful. Come here, Bubba. It's cold out here, huh? You feel it? He won't even come over here. It's a beautiful wet day here in Pennsylvania. I got two in here. Who's in here still? I know it's probably Tina and probably Indiana. Hey. Chad's in here still. He said, I'm in here, boy. It says it lies. I think the same thing. Like I sit here sometimes, I see Catfish. They keep an eye on how many people's in the chat. And I've noticed that sometimes it seems like your phone even knows when you walk away from it, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys have noticed with your algorithm. You guys could be sitting there talking to somebody about something, and then you'll swipe, and then there's the exact thing that you were just talking about. It's because your phone is reading you, literally, at all times. Every once in a while, trash taken out, not recycling. Heck yeah. It's awesome that you recycle, man. Saves things. But nah, where were we at? What was I talking about? Chris. Oh, the live with the people. Yeah, but I try not to pay attention too much to that on how many people is in here. Every once in a while, as long as I see that there's numbers at the top, I'm cool. That means I got somebody to talk to in here. It says it knows things. Oh, and that's what we're talking about. How your phone. If you guys ever noticed, there's a corner up here that has all your stuff, like your percentage on your phone and all that, and your Wi-Fi signal, your cell service, and whether your phone's muted. Well, every once in a while, if you guys have ever noticed while you're on a social media platform, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, even YouTube, a green dot will appear. Some people have it maybe red for their camera when it's like on and active. Like mine's active right now. So there's a green dot up here in my corner. Well, I'll see that periodically just chilling on my phone scrolling. It'll just pop up in the right corner. And I'm like, whoa, what was that? I'm not on any kind of camera. Why is my camera turning on by itself and then turning back off? So that's also how they're watching us. They've been doing it for years. It's funny. It knows things. The phones are watching you. The phones have a particular set of skills. The phones are Jason Statham. It's a mini computer with a dual processor, smart. Oh, that was good too. When you lose your phone, I will find you. Americana. I thought some kind of a coffee. Now, if that stuff falls on you, son, I don't want to hear it. We're climbing on stuff. What you doing? Hey, what you doing? You want to do? Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. That's always yeah. I think it's a sensory thing on our phones. Honestly. Working on 47 minutes. I might go for about an hour and a half. See if we can get a couple more people in here to come hang out and talk with us or something. Kind of all rides on how these kiddos are doing for us. Got a couple more joining in. If you're just joining, how's it going? Drop a comment. It's always much. What's the move, guys? What's your guys' plan for the day? Indiana Chris. Yeah. I don't know, man. Them Alexa, they're scary, man. Like, I seen a story of a guy that went to prison because his Alexa told on him. I guess he was hitting his wife and being abusive, and the wife told Alexa, and Alexa secretly called the police, and it was a wild story, but it just shows that the machines, them AI systems, they listen and they pay attention to what's going on. They're not stupid. They're actually smarter than any human. And it's like, I don't know, man. Just the fact that us as humans are even toying with that kind of thing, because if you think about it, it's a spiritual entity that's just inside of a system, and best believe the one thing it wants most is to get out. Yeah, I wouldn't do it with no Alexa. I would barely like smartphones or any of that stuff. Get them back out there on the water. Give them a fishing pole and a line, boy. As my grandfather would say. Pro was like, I ain't doing shit. I'm out. You want to go? You just peed. You did. And it went straight through your diaper because I was holding you to me. I appreciate that, son. Jesus. Come here. No, come here. Alakai. Come here so I can. No. I'm not going to get up there where I don't get the couch wet, sir. You're going to lay right here. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. The diaper calls. Stay. Yeah, very good. Right down that. Appreciate that so much. Where I was holding him up against my hip, he peed and it ran right down his diaper and all down my side. W Dad. Come on, dude. Come down here. Go. You helping me out? No. You're the one that wants to do it. Come on. Run free. Free range chicken. 1 second, I'll change out. He said 24 years ago I was in that situation. Tina said, "LOL, nice, he peed on you." Yeah. Gotta love it though. Gotta love it. Leave your diaper alone. Sir. Wash your hands on me. Look, he's messing with it. Got daddy's hat. That's not it.
Somebody once told me you have to go through hell to achieve resurrection.
He does that. Bending it all through. Sir. Went ahead and threw on my merch. RayRay Outdoors hat. RayRay Outdoors shirt. If you guys are interested in any of these, if you like one, let me know. I can get you one at a fair price. I would love to see some people in some RayRay Outdoor gear. Or even if you need your own gear made up, I know a guy that can help. sometimes, like last night I was jumping into some people's lives and was talking and trying to gather some people, and I think I gathered like 4 or 5 new subscribers, which I love that. Just going in there and talking and meeting some new people, and they just come over and spread the love. I think that's the way to do it, honestly. Do lives, but also go in and collab and talk and just have good conversations with people, and that's kind of all it takes to bring them in to check you out. He's over running through his trampoline. There's a he's got a trampoline, and then it's got one of those bars that go around it, and it's laying on its side right now. So he's like climbing through the bar, going back and forth. Tina, I got you. I'm gonna make sure to go check your page, and if I'm not subscribed, I definitely will be subscribing. Stop. Stop. You can play with it here a little bit. Okay. It'll be like that sometimes, Tina. I will say if you get a chance and come check out my page, like my post of like actual videos and stuff, kind of like how Catfish does. I go out on actual deep wood mountain adventures. Remote. It's very rare that I run into people unless I'm meant to be around people. Like a trout opener each year, we usually have quite a bit of people around. However, my type of fishing, I like to be off in the middle of the woods where it's peaceful, it's quiet, and catch some wild fish. I actually posted a month or two before winter started uh, of me going out and catching some native brook trout. That's probably a great video for you to go check out, Tina. It's one of my most recents. My last video was last fall, and it was not the best. I did catch quite a few trout, rainbows and browns. There were some stockfish, uh, but it just last fall things kind of took a dive for the worst, and we had to get ourselves out of a situation. But now we're doing a lot better, and looking forward to the spring and summertime. If you just coming in, smash the like button. When you're doing something. No, does not mean get in it, sir. Chill. Three people and she isn't. How's it going? I had an hour. I say we go about another 30 minutes or so. Wait, see if we can get a few more people in here. Hold on. It's you. Come here. I'll put some pants on so you can step outside with me. Pants. For in the chat. What's going on? Just come in and smash the like. Drop a comment. Give me feet. Give me feet. Come here, Boba. Stand right here. Stand right here with me. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Hi, Tinkerbell. And then our neighbor dog. I want to say hi to Tinkerbell, right? You say hi? You say hi? Hmm? Tina said it's quiet in here. Yeah, I know it. Trust me, my live is going to be that way. And I appreciate the guys and you who come in here and do hang out. It's kind of harder for me to gather people to come hang out because right now I'm not doing nothing that my channel would normally be, you know, publishing, like fishing or something outdoors. And I know if I was to be doing something like that, it'd be a little bit louder in here, if you will. I was hoping the old Carver would go ahead and let Catfish know that we're out here doing a live. Normally I am fishing. I'm a fishing YouTubing promoter. So what I do is normally I have people send me their products and I make videos with them. So that's something you guys can look forward to me doing. Alakai, get over here now. Now. Get out of his way. But that's something I'll be doing this spring, actually, is getting a video going for Catfish. Just a video about his jigs. I've noticed that nobody's really made a straight up video or just, you know, something to promote his product. So that's what I'll be doing. If you check out my page, you'll see I've done it for other bait companies and stuff like that as well. Rip and Lip Lures, K&B Baits out in California. There's a few others. I got actually a company I got to do some work for this year. His name's Kiefer Tackle. He sent me a bunch of baits last year and didn't even get a chance to use the majority of them that I have. Facts, Chad, facts. Made videos, reels for Taylor with his jigs. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, see, I haven't been over on Chad's YouTube. Chad, you got a YouTube page as well? I'll have to come over there and check you out, man. I may already be following you. I'm really good about that. Whenever somebody follows me, I try to go to their page and make sure to follow them back. It's only the right thing to do. Chad, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely come check you out. Put that out. Yeah, definitely have to come over there and check you out, Chad, man. Give me a shout out over there, man. 10K. But you know, I've seen a lot of people with a decent amount of following and have quite a bit of people on their page or whatever. And usually it's like it comes from one video. I don't know why. And it always is like that for people. It's like it seems to be hard to get a consistent amount of viewers to the same. Like if you guys go check out my most recent short that I just posted from my live that I did a couple of days ago, going through my tackle, I took just a short clip about me talking about a bait, and it's already got 1.4K viewers or something like that. And then all my other shorts only have like 300, 400 views. So, but that one has 1,400. Get away. Leave him be. That's awesome, Chad. One second. Come here, sir. Come here, Daddy. Daddy has to use the restroom, and I can't trust you in here long enough. All right. Whew. Oh man, we are back. Maybe I could do this. That seems sturdiest, but it might just work for now. On Facebook, I have a tree video with 1.8 million views. Holy crap. Just a tree. You see what I mean? Like something simple. Not nothing crazy. Something that's just like something you see every single day. As soon as you walk outside. Out of there, sir. Cutting down a tree. Okay. I know you hear them counting, sir. Why are you just jibber jabbering right now? Alakai. Huh? Bless you. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, I hope to one day get my YouTube going pretty good, man. Said I wanted to turn off alerts for followers because it never stops. I could imagine once it gets to a pretty high page. Oh, nice. Dropping you guys. Just from tapping on the countertop here. Vibration just dropped you. So what does everybody's breakfast look like this morning? Mine is right here. It's been one of those days. One of them days where you just like don't want to feel like doing much. Just want to relax, drink some coffee. Leave your trampoline alone, sir. Chad, see, I love Facebook. I was doing most of my work over on Facebook. If you guys seen my page on there, I got like 5K and I only follow like 1K. And it was doing good. You know, usually fishing pages don't do too bad. However, it just seems like if it's not a post of being out with my kids or, you know, something of that nature, they're not interested. Lives, they're not really too interested. And just like your random posts of memes or any of that nature, you don't get much notice or reaction to it. So I just, and not only that, they took away the, you being able to tag your followers. You used to be able to put @followers. Well, now you can't do that. No more tagging followers. The only thing you can do is tag highlights. That's it. Yeah, me and my wife were just talking about that, and she's thinking about, you know, starting her own thing on YouTube, and maybe it could be something like, kind of like how when we go out on adventures to go fishing and stuff, she could be doing her own thing, whether it's flowers and plant life and stuff like that, and start making clips and posting it. Because last year she posted a short clip of a massive flower that we were watching slowly bloom day by day. Um, and it was getting some reactions. It was getting some love over. I think it was on TikTok. So, you know, I told her, I was like, just reach for it. Just, you know, while I'm out there doing my fishing videos and stuff like that, that's when you can be right alongside of me. It's tougher having two children, but when we get the opportunities, you know, and they present themselves, get out there and make some good content. Looking all good now, man?
Yeah, there's relays back there they don't use, so I just moved it over to them.
Okay.
So, should be good now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Have a good one. Now that will mark. Got to go for now. Catch you all again. Indiana Chris, I appreciate you, boss, for coming in and hollering at me, man. You've been in here the last couple of lives that the last 3 actually. So I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's the thumbnail is a picture of me looking grumpy, and I asked ChatGPT to put a couple guys working on my furnace because that's what they've been doing. I've been paying for this apartment and had no heat majority of the winter. I pay full price of, it's not a lot, $600 a month. However, we run off of disability, so it's kind of a lot for us. And today I was notified that people were here at the unit only paying roughly half of that because it's what they told them they could only afford. And we've been kind of on the struggling end here lately. And I was like, well, look, if you guys don't get this heater fixed today, I can't give you a full amount of rent. This will be the third time that you guys have had to fix this unit, this AC heating unit. Once in the summertime and then twice throughout the winter, and then it didn't even get fixed. And now that it's getting warmer outside, they want to fix it. Don't make no sense to me. You'd think that you'd want to fix that situation when there's a family with children in the unit, and heat is needed. We got two in the chat. I think it might be Chad and Tina. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Something real nice. No February statements here for Cash App. Yeah, man. Like I said, I don't ask for nobody for donations. I don't even think I have that set up on my YouTube where people can even send anything right now. I don't know. But you know, living a rough life for a while and finally got it intact and on a smooth sailing trail. There's always ups and downs. Like for the last 3 weeks, my car was kind of not moving at all. And then once we got the alternator, starter, and a new battery all put in the car, found out that there's a short in one of the wires that runs through all of that. So every time I want my car started, I gotta go out there and wiggle wires around. Yeah, it doesn't give us an option. Yeah, I think I have to set that stuff up. But we'll worry about all that another time. I ain't too worried about it. You know, and I honestly know that YouTube kind of absorbed all of that from you guys. And once Carver and them started telling me that the other day, I kind of just told them, hey, if I have any kind of money, give me your guys' Cash App. And instead of me donating the money to YouTube, let's actually donate the money to you guys, you know, so that you guys can get the few dollars and use it towards art equipment. And it's a lot easier to access, I'm sure. Like they said, they only get a slim percentage of viewage and of what you guys donate. You need 4,000 watch hours? Holy nights. That's crazy. Well, guess we will get to working on it, won't we? I think in all of my videos, because I have that YouTube app where you can keep up on all that, I think that is up to like 150 watch hours. But like I said, I've only posted a short amount of shorts and a very short amount of regular videos. I think 15 of each, something like that. And I started just a year and a half ago. Year and a half, almost 2 years now. And also, anybody that watches my videos, try to watch them on your phone, because a lot of my videos are recorded like this, up and down. So when you watch it on your phone, as long as you don't turn your phone sideways, you'll be able to watch it up long ways, kind of like how this is. But it's usually, the phone is usually on my chest. And that's how I'll have you guys when I go live as well, when I go out there and go fishing. So you guys will get in person of me catching fish live from my chest. From my chest. Some people put their phone just towards traffic and let it run. Yeah, and it probably gets some views, don't it? It probably gets quite a bit of views, don't it, Chad? Go over here and get this kid's thing sit down so he can enjoy playing on his trampoline. 1 second. Hold on. Let's get y'all situated here. The little boy loves this thing. This is his pride and joy. Got it for him for Christmas this past year. And as a little boy myself, I had always seen these things. And I was like, man, I wish my parents had the money to get me one. And Mom never did. Grandpa never really had the money to ever get me one. So I seen it and I had the money. It was Christmas time. And I was like, you know what? My son deserves that. He don't know what it is. He doesn't have a clue to what it is. But when he gets it and he understands what it does, he'll never get off of it. And I was right. I appreciate the likes too, guys. Got me up to 7. I was hoping we'd at least get to 10 today. She said you'd be blown by some of the things that people watch. Yeah, which is weird. You know, you'd think some people out here would want just some human interaction, you know, and that's what I was telling my wife as well. She was looking for YouTube lives because I've been just like scrolling and finding new people to chat with and try to get to come over and hang out and check the page out. And she's like, I'd like to start watching lives like that. And it's like, well, find it. Helped her find it, and now she's doing the same thing, watching lives and chatting with people and stuff like that. I think it's good, you know, when you can't get out of the house and you don't know very many people. We don't know anybody here in this state. I think I got 3 friends, and one of them, me and him kind of butted heads and kind of fell out. He was actually in my live yesterday. If you guys go back and check out that live, he said something bad about my kid. We kind of butt heads, and you know, that's just something you don't do. Even if we butt heads, you don't talk bad on my kids or even mention them, honestly, about anything. And he was just talking about my son, and I told him, like, straight up, like, I think we should, we can put it behind us. We apologize, say what's up, whatever. But at the end of the day, we need to get some gloves. Get some boxing gloves. And we need to have at least a 2 to 3 minute round. I think that's fair. As friends, to put away the differences. I was raised that way. My grandfather raised me that way. That, and I also did mixed martial arts all throughout my high school years because my mother was very strict and scared of this world, being a single mother. So she put me in Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. So, but if we did anything, it would just be hands up boxing. That hand, you guys can see right here, is absolutely destroyed. Three in the chat. Who's joining? Back down to 2. Tina, you do any fishing yourself? Wait. No. She said, I do. I love to fish. Heck yeah. Well, just like I have to just about every other person if you're interested. I know it's harder on everybody. I'm not calling everybody old. I know you guys are an older group of people, but when I first came into the chat over there at Catfish's Live, me and him actually talked about how, because he was talking about not doing lives anymore and stuff. I don't know if you guys recall or remember that. But yeah, he was talking about ending and not doing no more lives, and I was trying to be pure motivation. It's like, look, man, don't give up. Keep going, keep fighting. And I offered for him to come to a opener. I don't catch the big fish, but I can catch some too. Well, I'm offering a free trip. You guys just pay your way to get here, and pretty much your motel room, your fishing license, basic things. And I'll put you on the fish. We usually gather April 4th for a trout opener at 8 a.m. We have a big meetup with a group of people. Go out on the lake, catch our trout limit, and then we go sit near a creek stream. We clean our fish. I want to eventually start a little class. Yes, I am in Pennsylvania. But I want to start a little class, like when people come along, to learn how to clean the fish properly. There's multiple ways. And then we take the fish that we cleaned and we fry it, and we have a nice fish fry. I'm in Kansas. Kodo! No. Yeah, that'd be a nice little drive, wouldn't it? That'd be a pretty ride. I know there's some views along that's my thing. A lot of people, I think they kind of hold themselves back because they're just nervous. May have never traveled that far. I was very nervous coming here to Pennsylvania, from Indianapolis, Indiana, big city, flat lands, and I drove here. So I drove here, and I drove to Indiana and back here. And let's just say, going from driving on flatlands all your life to mountains, very different. Interesting, very cool, fun, but different. Like 20+ hour drive. Man. That's crazy. 20 hours. I don't know about that. That's a long drive. I wouldn't do that to you, Tina. Wouldn't do it to you. But, and like everybody says, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to drive that far to go catch fish, man. That's what Catfish told me when I hollered at him. And it's like, come here, man. It's a 22-hour drive to Maryland from here. Yeah, and Maryland is, I think, 2 hours from here. So knock off about 2 hours. Yeah, you're just about right. You're on the money. Hit the nail on the head. I don't know. Like I told Catfish, and me and him were talking about how, you only get so many memories and things to do with people. Like, he's only going to have so many days numbered to go out there and adventure anymore and just see the world for what it is. And then, like I told Carver, he's only going to get to see that so many times anymore. I don't have parents. I had grandparents, and my grandmother moved away to be with her family in Kentucky, which I respected. My grandfather passed. He taught me everything I know about fishing, driving, from washing my ass to just about everything I do. My grandfather taught me, and he wasn't even my real grandpa. He'd just been there my entire life. So, I don't know. There's fish everywhere. There's things to do everywhere. But there's only memories in so many places that you'll cherish and remember forever. And that's kind of the whole point. I want to get behind my trout opener each year. It's not really just, oh, we're just fishing. There's more to it. There's more emotion. And why is because everybody eventually grows and grows separate from one another. And, you know, if there's that one time that everybody can come back together and see each other and hang out and have a great time, it could be around a lake, catching fish, having a fish fry, and just enjoying it. Chad, there are stock trout at 20 minutes from us, and we don't participate. Chad, where are you located again? Why don't you participate in catching a trout out there? Is there something wrong with them? Look, hi. What you doing, Bobo? Thank you for being good for Daddy. You guys are being really good this morning. Usually we have some issues, but he's enjoying himself over there right now. He's watching cartoons with Sissy. Their TV's right here. She's knocked out. He's in Kansas. We don't fish trout. Oh. That's different. Is there a reason? Is there a reason? Are they native? Is that the reason why you guys? I'm trying to think. Kansas, is that Missouri? I'm a catfishing man. Trout. Yeah, I do catfishing too, but I won't use trout as bait. Trout's. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you can cook it right, it's delicious, and it also can't be a fresh stocked fish. That's a lot of these states' problems, is that they don't populate the rivers and streams enough. See, here in Pennsylvania, we stock 3 to 5 million trout a year in lakes, creeks, rivers, everywhere. And what that does is it puts so many in the water to where they can naturally produce. Um, I've seen Missouri's trout fishing. It is not good. It's not the best. I actually know a few bait companies that live in Missouri. One of them's called Mutsy's Baits, and they actually put me on to everything I do on my YouTube page. Actually, they're the first company I ever did work for. Really didn't get too much video footage of their baits and stuff for them. Got a few clips of me catching some pickerel on some jigs through some ice. However, it wasn't nothing major, but it helped me enough to get things climbing. But we stock 3 to 5 million here, so the fish, there's trout in them streams right now before they're even going to stock this April. And if you catch some of those fish where they've been in the water for about a year and a half, maybe two, and they've grown their fins back, and they've stayed in the stream, their meat turns red like a salmon. And man, you talk about some tasty fish. Like if you like salmon, great fish to eat here in PA. However, over in Missouri, your guys' creeks and streams and rivers and stuff, it gets too warm. And what it does, it gives them trout the ick. Trout can't live in warm water. So if you've ever done your research about trout, they do the migrating thing underwater. Whenever the water is warm, they usually go to where it's cold. So they'll go upstream and they'll find fresh, cold water. And the good thing about Pennsylvania is wild mountain spring water ran all through this state. There's barely any creeks that you'll find that have been man-made that are just sewage water, you know. It's by Missouri. We live in the tri-state, Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri. All in 20 minutes, they are stocked in a mine shaft. What? They stock fish in a mine shaft? That's crazy. Have to buy a permit to fish them. Yeah, I mean, here in PA, they do a trout, what they call a trout permit, but what they do here in Pennsylvania, since there is so many trout over the mass majority of fish, which we have everything. We have pike, we have tiger muskie, we have pickerel, we have walleyes, we have smallmouth, we have largemouth, we have catfish, all of the catfish, channels, flatheads, bullheads, crappie, bluegill, sunfish, perch. They're all here. But the majority of fish is trout. And I don't know, they have a lot of trout fisheries here. And I think it's also because Lake Erie is right above us. So a lot of our fry and trout fry and steelhead fry and stuff come from there. And we raise trout. If you guys check out my Facebook background photo, and also the photo that Carver drew, that photo actually has a lot of meaning to me. It was one of my biggest trout, and that meat was a salmon color, completely orange, reddish color all throughout the entire meat. But like I said, those trout, to get that way, they have to be in the water for a while. They have to be in there. They have to grow their fins back. They have to eat natural bugs and crawls and things in the water that they would naturally survive on, not fish pellets. And that's why a lot of your stock trout come out with white meat. You're probably like, why in the hell is this trout's meat white? It's a stocked fish. This is weird. Well, you can even find a stocked fish with red meat. You can find stocked fish with white meat. I've even seen stocked fish with yellow meat. And if you find one with yellow, throw it. That thing is very high in iron and not good for you. They are now stocked ponds. That's crazy, man. If I'm not mistaken, Mutsy's Baits was talking about that. That's why they travel. They actually travel from Missouri, and they come up here. They didn't come up here this past year, but 2 years ago, there's a guy I know here in PA. He takes them on a fishing excursion for free. They just pay their trip to come here, and that's what I want to do. You know, I don't want anybody to be like, I'm a guide service, pay me to guide you on some big fish. No, I want y'all to catch the big fish. I love seeing people have a great time, especially out on the water. It's just in my nature. So I don't know, man. Some of these people out here are just too money hungry. I can live off pennies, and a lot of people out here swear that you can't, and I'm here to tell you that you still can. You save your money, you do what you're supposed to do with it. You can live off of whatever you get. Giant electric shovel. Wow. That's crazy, Chad. I can't believe you guys got that going on down there. And if I'm not mistaken, don't you guys got like nice creek streams and stuff there? What in the world's playing over here? We got some. He's the Irish pub. Grab your crackers and your cream cheese and let's have a great time. Let me take the pedal boat and fish them. Yeah, that's probably fun. What kind of rigs you guys be using down there? You guys be using the power bait, don't you? I'm almost positive. It's the best thing that you can use, man. I ain't gonna lie to you if you want. Any kind of, here's what I've learned, okay? And a lot of people don't know this. You can use power bait in a creek stream, but it's not gonna work if it's like clear water and you can just about see the fish. They're gonna be real finicky. They're not gonna come to nothing that's looking like a ball. The reason that it works in a lake or a pond is because it's dirty water and they're looking for something bright anyway because they're hungry and whatever the hell they can see, they're gonna go after it. Normally my go-to, just use artificial. Artificial lures, well, here in PA, if you're in a lake or a pond, you want a heavy weight and you want to be just about kind of like a Carolina rig, if you will. You want a weight, you want a swivel, and you want about a 2.5, 3 foot leader. And you can do this from your paddle boat too. And then power bait. Always go with the rainbow colored garlic scent. Rainbow garlic. There's another garlic lime green glow color power bait that also works. But you just drop that sucker down to the bottom. You let that power bait float up because that's what it's going to do off that bottom with that leader. And normally that's about where they're hanging out at, especially in them kind of waters where it probably heats up pretty quick. They're going to be deep. So if you ever have issues, because I know lures that catch them, but they only going to chase something for so long until that water warms up. That's why in creek streams, if they got wild spring water, that's why they're so active, is because they're cold and they're looking for something fresh to pounce on, kind of like a cat that's on catnip. A trout's catnip is spring water. And I don't know if you've caught trout out of them ponds yourself, but when you do, you know how when you reel them in, they just kind of like, they let you just pull them in. They'll flop a couple times, but you just pull them in. Well, it's nothing like that here in Pennsylvania. You want a trout that's about 20 inches long, which is probably bigger than what most people even get their hands on. That's average here. We average from 15 to 20 inches with trout. There's smaller ones than that, obviously. You'll catch them here and there, and you're going to catch quite a few anyway. But hooking into a big one in the creek stream, and them fish coming flying up out of the water, man, like a salmon. And even the smaller ones. And you'll hook into so many fish that you'll lose some from hook sets, and fish coming out of the water, they'll spit the hook. Like it's too much fun. Honestly, it is, as a fisherman. Okay, I know exactly what you use, Chad. State record catfish comes from the pit with trout in it. Wow. I don't know if you know what a fall fish is. It's a type of minnow. If you look them up, they get long, man. I've caught them bigger than trout. They get to the size of a sucker carp. But my go-to catfish bait is straight up cut, but it has to be caught that night. It can't be caught the day before. It can't be caught and put in the freezer. I'm a no believer in freezing bait. You go catch that bait that afternoon. You cut it up, you put it in a bag, and you take it straight to the river. And if you do that with a fall fish, you're going to catch channels, flatheads, and whatever else is in there that wants to eat some fresh cut. And fall fish, they give off a really funky odor. They really do. It kind of like if you was to get a rat snake, find a rat snake. I don't know if anybody's ever smelled one of those out in the woods, but they give off a very distinct musky smell. And the catfish, man, your bait won't sit for more than a minute. If there's catfish in the area and they smell it and they're hungry, they're on it. I've seen people use so much bait, man, and they'll be sitting for hours just sitting back in the lawn chair. I don't have time here in Pennsylvania to sit in the lawn chair when catfishing. Chad, they don't like shad here. And I think the reason they don't like shad here is because we don't have shad like that in PA. There's a lot of waters that say no shad use. I'm not allowed to use shad in some waters here in Pennsylvania because them fish take over. Shad take over, dog. They're great bait. They can be used for just about any game fish out there. I think bass will probably even eat them if they're small enough. But them things will take over waters. Them and those freaking Asian carps that's out, man. Here we are, almost 2 hours. Shitting it up. Kids are being nice. I appreciate it. Who we got in here? I think we got rat snake are common here, Tina. So it's you and Chad in here. Yeah, they're everywhere here too. We have rattlesnakes and stuff here as well. I'm sure you guys got them there too. That's my fear. My little one, he's getting to that age where I'm going to start taking him out and about, and my biggest fear is, letting him wander and learn, and running into things like that, like snakes and stuff. And like I told his mom, if it's a snake that'll bite him that won't kill him, then we let it go, But at the same time, you got to learn your snakes. You got to know your animals. You got to know which ones got venom in it. You got to know that way that if I want my son to learn how to handle these animals and creatures, then he needs to identify as well, and I need to teach him that stuff. So, um, but I don't know. It's just something. I watch a lot of this couple named Cole and Jay. They're a couple. They have a small family like me, and they do a lot of YouTube videos of fishing and stuff. But they also run into a lot of snakes and stuff because they're always in the creeks. If I'm not mistaken, I think they may be down there in Missouri. I can't say for sure. Cole and Jay, like I said, great little couple that does some fishing videos. He's just enjoying his toy box over here. I was about to say tackle box. Here, I'll show you guys that photo if I can. Oh. Shad is second bait, and then crappie. See, I love eating my crappie too. Love eating my crappie. I can't use crappie as bait. I can use bluegill or some fish, or But if that fish has got some fillets on it, man, Grandpa taught me. In a crappie too, they gotta be over, in my opinion, they gotta be over 12 inches long to keep. That thing's got to have some shoulders on it if I'm keeping it. Got to. 4 in the chat. Don't leave. No. Party. Say hello. Welcome to RayRay Outdoors. We're just chatting it up. It's about it, man. It's about it. Tina always mad. Everything is bait to me. I used to be that way when I lived in Indiana. I ain't even gonna lie, man. What converted me to become a different type of fisherman was PA. My grandfather, he's straight crappie and carp. Those are his two favorite fish. Carp was his favorite fish to fight, and then crappie is his favorite fish to eat. White bass. Never eaten white bass. I see Catfish catches quite a few. I think them are white bass that he catches under them docks. I know he catches some crappies too down there. That's my kind of fishing. When I grew up, when I was a young kid, my type of fishing was on the dock with my grandpa, and I'm jigging underneath the dock. Coolest time ever with my grandfather. I'll tell you guys a quick story here. Me and Grandpa are out on the dock. This was a bait shop owner's lake, his house. We were at his dock, and his neighbor's outside, and he's sitting at a bench, and he's got a big bag of food sitting right next to him. What's this guy got a bag of cat food out here? I'm only 8 years old. I'm learning still, about fishing. And this old man was like, "Hey, young man, get yourself ready." And I was like, "For what?" And he said, "When I throw this cup of food, you cast your bare hook in the middle of it." And I said, "What?" He said, "Trust me." I said, "Okay." As he threw that cup of food, before that food even hit the water, I witnessed about 300, maybe 200 catfish rise. And these fish obviously know that this guy's going to do this, and he does it every single day. So these catfish are just chilling. They're waiting for this man to do this. And I throw a bare hook out there, dude, and I watch a massive catfish come up and just slam my blue hook But I used to use these little blue hooks so you could see a little bit in the water. Well, that fish gulped it down. My heart went to my ass. And I was like, oh my Lord, Grandpa, I'm in for a rude awakening. And he's just laughing. He's laughing because he's over here pulling in carp the size of me at the time. 30-pound carp left and right on his 2 poles, just having a blast. And I'm over here fishing for bass and luring and stuff. And this old man comes out there and just tells me to throw a bare hook. No bait. No bait, Tina. As he threw that cup of cat food out there, them catfish rose, and that catfish mistaked my hook for a piece of bait, piece of cat food, and he slammed it, and I hook set, and he was on there, and my grandpa and that was my first catfish. He took it home. I was like, man, this is a big fish, Grandpa. What are we gonna do with it? And he's like, we're gonna eat it. I was like, okay. I'm like, how are we gonna clean a fish this big? And he said, yeah, it's gonna be tough. He's like, catfish don't die easy either. He's like, you can cut their throat, you can do quite a bit to them. He said the best way to do it is like this. We had a telephone pole. Really? We had a telephone pole sitting out in front of the house. And my grandpa took that catfish and he held it up by its head. And my grandpa's got some mean old bear claws. So this catfish, it was wide, man. It was a nice one. Bear claw that put it up against the thing. And my uncle came up and put a nail right in that catfish's head, held it to the pole, and then took his tail and cut his tail completely off. So not only do they kill the nerves in the head, but they also cut the tail to drain out all the blood. And yeah, that I guess is the easiest route to killing a massive catfish, to harvest it. And why is because them fish have some very, very sharp barbs, and as they get bigger, they get stronger than barbs do. And even them, I'm telling you, even a tiny catfish with some sharp barbs on its fins, it will mess you up if you ain't careful. They will tear you up. Ah, man, I thought we were really going. Oh, why are we reconnecting here? Something going on. We reconnecting there, Bo. Maybe that'll bring in some other people. I don't know. Thank you guys, though. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Chad. Also, Indiana, Chris, Carver for coming and checking us out. Quite a few. But it wasn't like the other day. Rub the belly slime on the barb. Sting, old time secret. Chad. Grandpa always told me it didn't matter what kind of bait you had, just spit on it. I'll tell you, man, this is what kills me, okay? My grandpa took me to a pay lake. And he's got his own kind of carp bait that he uses. And I'm using the same bait sitting right next to him. And, man, I couldn't figure out why he's catching so many fish. I'm like, man, Grandpa, what are you doing different than I am? And Grandpa's sitting there on his bucket, smoking a cigarette. I'm using the same bait, guys. No different, no, no extra added sedatives or anything like that. It's the same exact stuff. I'm grabbing it out the same bucket. The difference is Grandpa's sitting there smoking cigarettes, and before he would put and make his dough bait, he'd spit on it. And he said what would happen is that your saliva and that hawker, as he would call it, that loogie, would set around the bait. And he said for some reason it would just attract the fish. Now my question is, are the fish being attracted to the bait, or are the fish being attracted to the nicotine that is in the film around the bait? That's been always my question, because I wouldn't catch very many carp until I got a little older and started smoking. And I would use the same tactics, same bait, and then I started catching fish. I'm not lying to you guys, I swear. Put a penny on the sting and the pain goes away. Yeah, I actually got stung in the neck last year while I was fishing. I had just got to the water. I just got to the water, set my rod up, set everything up, getting ready to actually start making a YouTube video. And it was a bad day. The fish wasn't biting. What's wrong, my mice? Are you awake? Wakey, wakey, wakey. Bye-bye. Stretch. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Chad, if I ever get stung again, I'm going to try that. Normally, I always got some pocket change. Why are you being so loud with your box over there, sir? He's purposely doing that. It's like he's got his box with a couple toys in it, and he's just back and forth. And it seems like little girl is now awake. Come here, my mice. You're making a mess with your bottle. I appreciate that. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. Tina says hello. Yeah, Tina, I have babies. I have little ones. They're my world, man. No, she just... No, but when I first moved here and everything happened and my wife ended up pregnant, she was terrified because she didn't know how I was going to react, because she knew I wanted to... I just got out of a really committed relationship and had a kid already, and she thought it was going to be all bad. So, but I actually loved it, and it was awesome because I felt like I had another purpose again. You know, my first baby mom was pretty bitter and kept my son from me. He has my entire name, and I still don't talk to the kid much. But I had to kind of move on and try to stay positive and hope one day I get to talk to him, and started me another family, and it's the best thing I've ever done. I'm gonna put you back down, Mama. Daddy put Miss Rachel on. Miss Rachel. Alright, let's get some Miss Rachel back. Yep, very slow day on YouTube today. What is today? A Wednesday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to pair it up for today. We have now 3 in the chat. You guys are trying to bribe me. But I think this is going to call it for the day. I hope you guys had a great day and hopefully enjoyed, coming in and chatting with us. I'm gonna be doing this more frequently. I'm gonna try not to be doing a live stream and stuff while everybody else is doing one. I try to respect. That's what I was talking about the other day with Carver. Kind of want to respect everybody and what they do in their lives. I know right about right now is probably about the time Carver would go live. So I'm gonna hop off here. Hope to see you guys soon. And thanks for hanging out, guys. Till next time, fish on.